If, as you've been growing your fragrance collection, you've been reading or watching about other fragrance styles that you still haven't explored, and you're wondering what is the best way to get into these, then this video is for you. The style of fragrance that you wear can vastly differ the way you present yourself. A barbershop fragrance is very different to a sweet gourmand fragrance, for example. It gives you a completely different vibe. I know as lovers of fragrances, we like to explore the art in its most diverse form. So this video kind of is going to give tribute to each of these styles. This is not the traditional perfumers olfactory families. This is sort of like the mainstream, what us consumers classify these fragrances as. So these are the most common known families like aquatics, gourmands, barbershops. Each style I'm going to go through, there's about 10 of them in this video. We're going to go through them. I'm going to tell you which one I think is the best safe beginner's choice to get into these families. So each one, if you really want to explore the family, I would say get one of these, and they'll probably be fairly safe blind buys, all of these. Let's get into the video. Class is in session. First up, we have the barbershop style. This is a little bit more traditional, masculine. It is that smell that you get from the barber when they apply the shaving cream or aftershave to you. Most people, most guys know what this is. Go for Tom Ford's Beau de Jour. Barbershop fragrances can smell a little bit old school, a little bit outdated. This is good for modern times. It's a safe blind buy. It's very linear, but highly complemented, highly versatile, and massive performance from Beau de Jour. I think it's a very underrated fragrance from the brand in general. If you want a more sweeter take on this DNA, then go straight to Penhaligon Sartorial. If you want something a bit more clean and a bit more high quality, go for MFK's Masculine Plurial. If you're a guy who wants to smell unique in the world of floral fragrances, go for the original Dior Homme. This is an iris fragrance that gets us straight in the middle between sweet, powdery, fresh, woody as well to balance it out. This is a middle ground floral fragrance. If you want to go a bit more clean, go for something like Prada L'Homme, Versace Pour Homme. A bit more dark, obviously go for Dior Homme Intense, or you can go for something like Moschino's Toy Boy, which goes into the more dense note of rose. Blue fragrances are the most safe family out there on the market. Most guys have at least one. If you want to smell fresh out the shower, you want the dumb reach in your collection, which is very useful to have, this is the best one to have as a beginner, in my opinion. Bleu de Chanel EDT or EDP. This gets it perfect in the middle ground between fresh, sweet, its longevity, its performance. It's a perfectly safe, perfectly well-rounded fragrance. If you want to go a bit more fresh and sharp, you go for YSL's YEDP. If you want to go a little bit more intense and sweet, but still an easy dumb reach, go for Dior Sauvage's EDP. Citrus fragrances are light, fresh, invigorating, ideally for the warm weather, but a lot of the times, because of this natural scent DNA, they can be short-lasting. So let's suggest to you guys some decently performing ones. Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Forever. This is a simple grapefruit and musk fragrance. If you want a realistic grapefruit note in the designer market, try this out to really get your nose used to the scent profile. Otherwise, you can go a little bit more high quality if you want to, Allure Homme's Edition Blanche, or even go one step further than that and go for Bohemian Lime by Goldfield and Banks. Spicy fragrances are usually complex, warm, and cozy, ideally for the colder weather most of the time, but I'm going to suggest to you as a beginner something easy to wear and something balanced. You can use it most of the year round. La Nuit de l'Homme's Bleu Electrique. Just a general sexy signature. It's not a blue fragrance in my opinion from the other family. This is a spicy fragrance. But yeah, as I say, you can wear this pretty much on any occasion. It's very easy to wear, very easy to appreciate the cardamom and ginger in here. If you want to go more intense with the spiciness and really get into this family, go for Spice Bomb Extreme. The Gourmand family is trying to recreate edible notes in perfumery. So it's kind of like makes you smell like you are chocolate. It makes you smell like you are a coffee flavored person. I'm not sure that's the idea. It's not my favorite family, but there are some very sexy fragrances in this scent category. This is the safest one to go for, fairly simple, very easy, probably a good blind buy actually. Ralph Lauren's Polo Red Extreme. This has a big note of coffee in there, a lot of woodiness in there, and a lot of vanilla. It's sort of like Versace Eros had a baby with a coffee bean, essentially. But it is intense, it's very pleasant, extremely smooth, not overly complex, so again, a very good beginner's choice. If you want to go a little bit more bold, go for something like Montal's Chocolate Greedy, or go one step further and go for Kilian's Black Phantom. For the leather family, a lot of people don't have this in their collection. Leather fragrances, in my opinion, are an easy way to add a bad boy effect or an elegance effect to your scent presentation. The safest and the most easy, obvious one to get into for the beginner is Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. It's just smooth, easy to wear, simple leather perfumery. Not a lot going on in here, but massively blended. If you want to go a bit more safe, if you don't want something that's just pure leather, you can go for something like CH Men's Privé. Or if you want to go beastly leather, a bit more smoky, going all out, go for Ressasi's La Yucawam, which is a more close to Tuscan leather, which is less forgiving than this fragrance. Now for the Oud family, again, another one most guys don't have in their collection, but it's a great note in general, whether or not it's real and extremely expensive, or most of the time it's synthetic, but it's still fantastic and easy to enjoy. It makes it smell different, a little bit exotic, like you're from a different part of the world, like you're from the East, basically. I think this is a fantastic fragrance, very sexy to go as a beginner for oud fragrances. Tom Ford's Oud Wood. A cooler weather signature. It's technically unisex, but I think it smells smoky and masculine, and it has one of the most pleasant, sharp, but still bold and characteristic oud notes in here. This is a classic. Highly recommend this. If you want to go a little bit more affordable, you can go for something like Versace Oud Noir if you can still get it, or Gucci's Intense Oud. Or you can go something more realistic, really go for the expensive stuff, go for something like Xerjoff's Alexandria 2. And finally, the last family is a sort of forgotten category now that the blue scents have taken over. These are the families that go for the green notes, the traditionally masculine herbaceous notes. Not too easy for women to rock, but for men, it's undeniably masculine. It's what a lot of our granddads used to wear. But we don't want to make you guys smell outdated. Maybe classic, but not outdated. So first of all, very beginner friendly, cheap, easy blind buy, 212 Men NYC. Easy to wear, grass note that doesn't really smell like grass. It smells like a sexy green note in here with a musky, fresh out the shower vibe. It is a green fragrance for the modern young man. If you want to smell a little bit more high class, elegant, a bit more expensive, go for the classic in the community, Green Irish Tweed by Creed. That's a classic green fragrance. Or you can go for Bleecker Street as well by Bond No. 9. Both very good green fragrances. And that concludes the video, guys. Do you think I did justice to all the main families in the perfumery world? Which ones do you think I missed? Which one would you add? And tell me, which family fragrance style do you think is your favorite? I'd love to know in the comments down below, guys. Make sure to check out our other videos in the meantime. We'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.